Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. We've got some big news coming up, and you lot have already been nuts in the comments. But before we get into all of that, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, go retweet my last retweet. Let's get as many people in here as possible. All saying 400k a week for Pogba. Does Riola's fat ass want to catch these hands? Yeah, apparently so. Max saying we want Kanate, we want Kanate, we want Kanate. We want Kanate. Velshwan saying these LFC fans are deluded. If we let Kabak go, you will all regret it. Trust me. And apparently Kabak is slower than Phillips. Piss off. These LFC fans probably just looking at FIFA stats. Kane just scored. We're keeping Adrian and getting rid of Kabak. Liverpool joke of a wrong club. And our fans are accepting this. All of them have Kabak agendas. There's so much. What we got here? Pogba can leave. I don't care. Sure, he is an incredible player, but his agent disgusting. Pogba let his agent disrespect our club every time. He can piss off to Zidane and his Madrid minions. I hear that. I do hear that. But what I'm going to do, as I always do with this show, is basically just put the link in the chat, and you can come on. You come on and have your say. Let me know what you think of the news that you're seeing, and sort of just see how it is. What have we got here? Just talking to yourselves, I see. But yeah, no, it's not too bad. But let's start with Pogba. Let's start with Pogba. Everyone knows that Paul Pogba is out of contract in the summer. The issue that you've got is Mino Riola is going to be handling transfer negotiations. That is bad for United, because guess what? Basically, it means, and Neil, Wolf, I see what you're doing there. You are lagging now. Never mind, it's fine now. I don't like it when I lag. I've been having issues with my internet all day. It's been doing my head in. But no, Pogba, new contract. It's debatable on if he even wants to stay. Now, I think he does want to stay, but it's really down to if you can structure a deal that Mino Riola is going to be happy Pogba signing. Because obviously, as we know, Mino Riola really is doing what's best for his client. He doesn't give a shit about the club. Can United afford to pay Paul Pogba 400k a week? Not really. I don't think that's a sensible option. And I'm going to ask a question. Has Paul Pogba done anything to deserve 400k a week? Like, disrespecting Pogba. Pogba is a real talent, but 400k a week. Complete and utter madness. We've got Velvia. Yeah, Pogba, 400k a week. It's a bit mad. We'll go a bit more into that in a second. The other bits of news is from Anfield. Kabak looks like he won't be staying at Liverpool past this year. Past this season, it looks like he's going to be free to leave. Now, the issue of that is Kabak has done rather well in the Premier League. This leaves the perfect opportunity for a rival to go and take Kabak. Now, that rival could be United. They're looking for a centre-back. It could be Spurs. It could be Chelsea if they want to go down that route. That's mad. And it's not even though it's going to cost you a lot. It's not going to cost Liverpool an awful lot. And then the other bit of news, Adrian is getting a new deal as a third choice goalkeeper for Liverpool Football Club. Adrian is staying. Velv, I'll let you start with what's your thoughts? I mean, I presume you want to start with Kabak. What's your thoughts on Kabak?
All these Liverpool fans going to go suck my dick, yeah. You might have these agendas. Honestly, it pisses me off. Like when Phillips has a bad game, everyone goes and it's Kabak. It's Kabak's fault. remember looking at the Villa game. Yeah, Phillips made 2 mistakes. If Ollie Watkins capitalized it would have gone in because those were
Mhm.
silly errors. People blame Kabak for that error for that goal and say, "Oh, Kabak was worse than Phillips." Like, no, Kabak was better than Phillips because
Mm.
Kabak is a ball playing centre back. He's obviously miles better than Phillips. It's just because Phillips he's done a good job, both of them, but like, it's just like suiting their agendas because
Mhm.
people were like, "Oh, Kabak is like Lovren," which I don't understand. They obviously used the narrative. He came from Schalke. He went from a relegated team. What I'm just going to
Yeah.
say is look at the players that came from relegation. Who's in our team? Robertson was relegated with Hull. Look at him. He's now the best left back in the world. Gini Wijnaldum came from a relegated team. Obviously, not this season hasn't been good, but overall his career has been really good for us. And Shaqiri, first season at Liverpool, he was doing what Jota was doing in our
Mm.
season.
Yeah. No, I hear that. I hear that. What do you make of Adrian as well? What do you make of Adrian getting a brand new deal?
I just want to kill myself after seeing that.
Well, I'm not mincing your words there.
No,
Look, for me, letting Kabak go is that he's only going to cost like I think I saw in the region of around 8 to 16 mil, if that. You can afford that. You can easily afford that. Go get him. Because if you don't, and he wants to stay in the Prem, and other teams like United have been looking at him going, oh, he's actually not too shabby. Can cope with Premier League, bit of coaching, put him next to Harry Maguire. He's got pace. Might help.
you see, he
But
wants to play for Liverpool because if you watch his interview, he said, "Oh, I like this club. It's one of my childhood club." He's a big fan of Virgil van Dijk. He said he wants to work with Van Dijk and
mhm,
build like a relationship with him, become like the best by learning from him.
yeah, yeah, and now he could be going from Van Dijk to Harry Maguire. So look, it's a bit of a mad one. But Daniel, as a rival, what do you make of the news that we've seen today? Pogba, 400k a week.
I think Mino Riola was a madman because he's very smart when it comes to business. He always wants a lot of money for his players because he gets like half of it, don't he? Like
Yeah,
50%.
but can United even afford 400k? That's the question. We're in the middle. We've just come out of a pandemic.
They
Some
can't
would say
afford
we're
it now.
still in it. It's like no club can afford that sort of wage. Like I look at Chelsea and how Riola was doing this grand European tour for Haaland, saying we want £1 million a week. Is he off his fucking head? No one can afford to pay bloody Haaland £1 million a year. Like it's not sustainable. And we've seen him against a low block we've seen him against good defenders like City, where he's just marked out of the
Yeah.
game. He did fuck all.
He
So
went like 10 games without scoring in the Bundesliga as well.
yeah, it's like you are taking one heck of a risk for £1 million a week. That's £52 million a year for Haaland. That's mad. But Pogba wants almost half of that. Mino Riola has not a clue about football finances at the moment, does he?
Not really.
Phil, what do you make of it though? Being a rival to United, what do you make of Riola basically saying you can keep Pogba, but we want 400k a week from him?
He's on mute at
It's
the
like
moment. So.
that's like £26 million a year, like almost, and
Yeah.
that's just base wage, isn't it? It's like it's complete and utter madness. I mean, United would love to keep Pogba, and Pogba would be really beneficial. But if Mino Riola is going to be like this, then maybe getting rid of Pogba might not be the worst idea. I mean,
Yeah.
realistically, you're not going to get an awful lot. You probably get in the region of 50 mil if you were to sell him now, because last year contract and that. But United need to, and this has been the one criticism of United. they've not been smart when it comes to selling players at ultimate value. I mean, for me, if they had sold Pogba in January, you probably wouldn't have got much more from him. Sell him this summer, as long as he can have a really good season, then end of season, then you could get a bit more for him. But you're not going to get an awful lot of money because he's in his last year of his contract. Like, no one is going to pay over the odds for a man who, in a year's time, they can just go get for free. So it's a difficult one. I think it's a terrible idea. I think it's a very bad move for this. What have we? Any other comments? They need to get rid of McFred, Lindelof, Maguire, and Dan James. I agree with everyone but Maguire. Maguire ain't actually that bad. Like, if you put Maguire next to someone who's got blistering pace, then there is no problem for Maguire. They need to get rid of either Lindelof or Maguire. Now, Maguire, I think we could all see what sort of qualities Maguire has in terms of. I watched United against Liverpool, and they were an absolute shambles at the back. Maguire is actually better than people think he is now. I mean, that game opened my eyes in terms of, yes, his movement isn't great, but when he's dealing with headers out of the box, he's good at that. He's clearly got some leadership in him, because that United team looked absolute shambles. Sort of, that the organisation of that team was absolutely horrific. So Maguire is a fairly decent player. It's just, unfortunately, he's been placed next to someone who is not as quick as him either. The issue is, you've got two people who are very slow at centre-back whilst you're trying to play a high line. Doesn't work. Doesn't work for me. Ravi saying he's awful. Your opinion?
They conceded less one goal than Brighton. Is it one less goal than Brighton? And they're 17th. Man United.
Well, yeah, but them stats are pointless. They are pointless, because at the end of the day, you can't just blame one person for that. That's absolute madness. And don't forget, you got the 6-1 for Spurs, you got the 4-2 Liverpool, and United have actually kept quite a fair few clean sheets as well. RJ saying 400k. Are you mad? I'm not. I would not take Maguire at Liverpool. Maguire got exposed at West Brom. No, Lindelof got exposed at West Brom. Maguire actually was arguably United's best player against West Brom, because he was the one carrying the ball upfield. He was the only one who actually had he had the ability to carry the ball forward. No one else in that double pivot or in the back could carry the ball. Maguire's got certain attributes that if you place with a defender that has different attributes. So if you got a defender that was able to read the game, which was able to run very fast and cover up for Maguire's deficiencies, Maguire looks better than he is. And yeah, that's the way I see it. RJ saying, the fuck is that about? Basically, Riola wants Pogba to have 400k a week. Yeah. I mean, I don't understand how you're not understanding that, RJ. It's in the title. Ravi saying Maguire was toilet in that game. Most of United have been toilet, and to be fair, Maguire wasn't even that bad. Lindelof was horrific. Lindelof was horrific against West Brom. Right, Lindelof was a completely different level of bullshit. If you get a faster centre back, then look, sorted. That's the way I see it. Big up to Chris in the chat as well. RJ 400k for what? To get a haircut every 2 minutes? Well, come on and discuss his haircuts. Pogba 400k. You really think he deserves that?
No.
Believe it or not, I don't actually control United's transfers. I definitely wouldn't be doing that. Now, Maguire would be good at an Everton or Villa or Newcastle them teams. I think you're. No, I had the same things, but my eyes were opened when United played Liverpool. If Maguire plays that game, Liverpool scored 2 or 3 of them goals. That's it. I don't think you get all 4. Maguire is better than what people make out to be. Is he perfect? But by no means, no. Is he very good? Yes, I do think so. That's where I see it anyway. But as I said, you put him next to a pacier centre back, he does wonders for you. Matt saying 400k, fuck off. Matt, come on if you want to have a chat about this. Discuss Pogba, 400k. Pogba be a lucky get 200k. Yeah, no, that's fair. I'll come on in a sec. Only person who deserves 400k is Bruno. Not even he deserves 400k. That's mad. Bruno is probably a Sunday league player in my opinion. I'm joking, by the way, before I get United fans coming at me. But Velv, what the fuck is Jurgen Klopp doing? Like, what's he thinking at the moment? Like, is he using his brain or doing something else? Matt saying doing coursework, just listening in the background. Love to hear it. Love to see it. It helps my watch hours, to be fair. So that's buzzing. Bruno don't even deserve 400k. That's what I said. But yeah, what's Jurgen Klopp? Actually, yeah. What's your thoughts on Pogba getting 400k?
Ridiculous. Why does he deserve it? Like, this is his only like 2.5 good season at Man United over his course of the career at United. So why does he deserve 400k? Unless you're Arsenal, really. But apart from that, why do you deserve it? And especially with Mino Riola, he's only wanting for money. Like, I think something like in a Paul Pogba transfer, he actually got like some of the money for that transfer. I think it's 90 million. So they paid 50. So Pogba actually got the 50 million, and Riola got the 40 million from that transfer. So why would you pay 400k a week?
No, Pogba, they would have got agent fees, but the transfer fee went to Juventus, not to Pogba and Riola.
No. I mean like the thing, wages and that.
Yeah. There's always that's with every contract you see. You see that all the time. Ravi's saying no, he's not good enough. Look, we can agree to disagree. I think there's elements of Maguire's game that's good. I think there's elements of Maguire's game that is trash. If you put him next to someone like a Joe Gomez or Van Dijk or someone with a bit of pace, even a Botman, I think Botman and Maguire would supplement each other nicely. So, look, there is a partner out there for Maguire. It's just not Victor Lindelof. I want to see Maguire when he's around someone with a bit of pace that can cover his deficiencies. That's what I want to see. RJ saying, I mean, compared to everyone else. Well, yeah, but Mason Greenwood should get £2 million a week then. I'd give Bruno 1 million a week. You're completely off your head. Bruno is a pen merchant. Well, I'm not going to comment on that. I'd get punched in the face by RJ.
I mean, Souček got more open play goals than Bruno, and apparently Bruno's
I'm making no comment because RJ will come on and punch me in the face. Unpopular opinion: Manchester United are better without Pogba. No, I hear that actually. I do. I somewhat agree. If you play Pogba in that double pivot next to a DM, he looks world class. Play him on the wing, he's less effective. It's not his natural position for starters. And also, if you put Pogba on the left, you have to put Marcus on the right. Marcus is trash on the right. Greenwood is United's best right winger. That's a given. That's just facts. I'll give Rashi 400k and give most of it to kids. Love it. I'd rather Pogba just go if he's demanding 400k. He doesn't love the club if he demands that. Well, no, Pogba isn't. It's his agent Mino Riola. The player is not going to be in the look. Paul Pogba is not going to be in the room negotiating his contract. It will all be Mino Riola. It'll be Riola sitting down with the club. Pogba ain't going to be doing no negotiations of his contract. He'll leave that to Riola. That's what he pays Riola to do. Chris saying I'd get rid of Pogba to get a DM to replace him. I don't think United fans would be against that because you can use Donny to do the Pogba job. It wouldn't be as good, but it'd still be more balanced. Look, if you said to United fans, you can sell Pogba to bring in Declan Rice, I think that a lot of United fans go with it. I do think so. I do think so. Oh, shut up, Valve. Ravi saying never gonna be levels, bro. He's gonna be. He'll be better than he is now. That's for sure. Money has taken over football these days. We knew that. That's been a given. I can understand that, but he can tell Riola to wise up or get a new agent. Riola is cancer. Riola also gets him a shit ton of money, so I don't know what you want him to do about that. My United team: De Gea, Bissaka, Botman, Maguire, Shaw, Rice, Donny, Bruno, Rashford, Sancho, Kane. Unrealistic but cool team. Yeah, you're not getting Kane. Do you know what? If you just took Kane out there and put Cavani there, that actually isn't unrealistic. That is more than realistic. Botman is going to cost you. Botman will cost you about 25 mil, 25 to 30 mil. Right? He's very bloody good as well.
That's
Declan Rice, yeah, you'd have to swap him with Lingard, sell Pogba, you can fund him. Sancho, you're already funding. So the thing is, United could have a really good summer. They just really need to be smart about this for the first time in their entire career.
The thing we need to do. Sorry, apologies.
Yeah.
We need to get these deals. That was fun. Okay, mate. Like, congratulations. Your best centre back is still like off the pitch. Like, congratulations, bud. Anyway, no. To think what United
walk into your team.
No, he doesn't. Fucking Harry Maguire's better than your fucking centre backs at the moment, mate. Seriously, even with injury, he's still better. Anyway, no, I'm not chatting to someone who's literally below us on the sheet.
Right, one at a time. Valve, I'll go to you about the Liverpool stuff in just a second. But RJ, Paul Pogba, 400k a week. That's firstly, that is completely mad.
Mad is a very underrated comment for that.
But if you sell Pogba, and look, Ravi puts this comment Rice over Pogba. No, not right. If you're asking me individually who is better, it's Paul Pogba any day. But for balance of the United squad and what they need a DM. Now, if you can fund that DM by having to sell Pogba because he wants ridiculous wages, that makes sense. Like, you just have to think into the context of where I've said it. Rice is very good. Is he what United need? Well, he's going to be cheaper than Ndidi.
100%.
That's the issue. Like, United probably couldn't go get Ndidi because Leicester are just going to smack him around for another 20 mil or something added on top of it just because they're Leicester and they have history of fucking United around. But look, it's one of them. But yes, just quickly some more comments here. Pat saying I don't know who Botman is. Botman is a centre back, plays for Lille. He's 20 and very, very good. Jota out injured. Jota is injured.
Jota's injured again.
You're taking a piss.
Matt, Lille centre back, he's incredible. Jota foot injury. Diego Jota has retired from. Diego Jota has retired from football to go play FIFA. That is what we've got here.
Yeah.
And we wanted him over Werner, even now Werner's been
Rice is overhyped. Do you see why he's that good? Don't see why people rate him. Because he's better than what United. It's because he's better than what United have got so far. I think that's why.
Because he's English as well. He's quite good. I like Rice.
He is fairly decent. He is fairly decent.
Rice is Spanish.
Hello, how are you today? Can you ask Robotic Jaguar when his stream is? And tell him I say hi and hi to you. JJ says hi. And when's your stream?
It'll probably be 6 p.m. But we'll stick to this topic. This is we're not here about my stream. We're here about the transfer talk.
Ravi, not that many people rated Van Dijk when he was at Southampton. Then you play Donny then. Donny is not a DM. right? That's just get that out of your head right now. Oh my God, Arteta has been sacked. Has he?
Oh, yeah.
No, he hasn't.
Mr. Wall, people did rate Van Dijk at Southampton because he was actually the best player at Southampton doing the defensive work.
He wasn't rated at Celtic, if that's what you're on about.
Yeah,
But
he was rated at Celtic, but at Southampton he was rated.
I rated him since he was at Celtic, so and I really hate Celtic.
Nah, I'll tell you, I've been sacked.
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't. He's trolling. He's trolling, boys.
Matt, you troll. Matt in hell. Our medical team are useless. What we been doing training.
You got Arsenal's medical staff. That's why.
Okay, thanks. Sorry for disturbing. It's all right. Not a problem. Mr. Wall saying, if Rice was that good, Chelsea would have kept him. Yeah, I suppose you could say the same for Kevin De Bruyne and Mohamed Salah. But yeah, I hear you.
Lukaku and
and
Eden Hazard.
Can I just say,
hey, Hazard always wanted to leave. Don't stop that.
Yeah,
but look, he wants to
it certainly wouldn't be the first time
back.
that Chelsea have let go of a youngster too soon and they've thrived. So, yeah, I mean, Chelsea have had some. They've had some howlers before. They've let De Bruyne go.
He's having Louise back for God's sake, and he won us another league.
De Bruyne is the best playmaker in the world. Then you've got
Lukaku. Kevin De Bruyne thing.
Lukaku is one mate. You got Lukaku is a top player. Salah, very good player. Wolves and Arteta not sacked. Pogba ain't really a DM. Well, duh.
You can't be the Lamptey, man. He's good.
I could have told you that for free. The thing is, when you play that double pivot, it don't have to be two DMs. It can be a DM and a box to box. Could do that.
What? Go on. Can I just say about the Kevin De Bruyne scenario? The reason why he was not able to play was because they, if I'm correct, Daniel, you can back me up on this. Was it Oscar that he had, or it was someone like that who was very talented, and then he went to China?
He went to China. As a manager, they had a manager who didn't like kids.
I know. Plus, Oscar was in his position, and really, I rated Oscar as well. He was actually
he went to China. And
yeah,
he said he always.
I was just about to say,
but he had to go to China, like, for his wages, like.
Yeah, but he still wants to come back though. Everyone, he's always wanted to come back.
Of course, he wants to come back. Like, seriously, like, who wants to actually play in the Chinese league? Like, I mean, the only thing that you actually will get there that's actually appealing is the money. Simple as that. That's why Marvin Fellaini's making $200,000 a week. Like, you know what I mean? That guy, he doesn't deserve fucking half a sandwich a week. Let's be real. The body he plays, like,
but he was going to get $1 million if he went to China.
Keeping it back onto what we're here to discuss. RG, what do you make of Pogba with $400K a contract a week?
Am I surprised? No. Does this prove that I want him gone from this club? Yes. Do we want Riola to leave our Burger Kings alone? Yes. I mean, no, just in general, this is just so Riola. I mean, he did this, I swear he did, before the Leipzig game and fucking cost us the entire game. I mean, look, if there was some way we can shut his mouth and, like, try and get him...
and you did play quite shit against Leipzig, but yeah.
I know, yeah. But
I suppose you can blame Pogba and Riola for that if you want.
Yeah, but look, in general, do I want to keep... If we should not be paying someone who only shows up half the time, $400K a week, and then we're having players who are working in and out, like Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, even Rashford have been playing better than him this season. And I even say Bruno, like I said, Bruno's probably making half of what he makes, and he's doing twice the work.
Bruno's on $100K a week.
There you go. Bruno's on $100K a week, but yeah, he seems like he's playing, literally for his life.
But you don't want big wages, do you? Because look at Arsenal with Aubameyang.
No, but there's a difference, though. There is a difference, to be fair. Like, do I want Pogba to get that? Absolutely not. If he wants it, he can. He knows where the door is. He's already.
It's not even him. It's his agent, Viola. Let's make this very.
Yeah, but like, we can't tell Pogba. Look, mate, your agent. There's a few problems with him, right? He's greedy for many things.
Line up is out.
There's loads of things, but.
Yeah.
The thing I gotta say is, Riola, get the hell out of our club. You're not welcome. We never want you at the start. And quite frankly, if Pogba has to go, he has to go. Simple as that.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Liverpool lineup: Alisson, Trent, Phillips, Williams, Robertson, Fabinho, Thiago, Jones, Salah, Firmino, and Mane.
That's actually a
Which
good
is
lineup. I
If,
want to
if
drop
West Brom somehow
I-
get
I'd-
Mane, I am going to laugh for 10 years.
I'd probably take out Salah and bring in Origi.
No, we need
Origi is just levels above Salah in my opinion. There's levels to Origi's game.
I mean, for me, Origi.
I'd definitely take out.
take Phillips for like.
I'd take out Alisson, bring in Kelleher, take out Trent, bring in Neco, bring in Tsimikas, Shaqiri. I think that they're just clear.
If I hear the word Ox, I'm actually gonna smash my head out of the window.
Wait,
okay, so Ox is absolutely clear of Thiago.
You should have said that.
Ox is clear of Thiago. And just for the people watching, 1 minute, shh. Just for the people watching, I am being sarcastic. Jot's out for the rest of the season. There's only 3 games to go, so that doesn't surprise me. Still don't wait and see why Rice is worth all that what he's really done. But he is sort of sat 5th or 6th with West Ham United, so I suppose you could say he's done fairly well. Mane can stop being a crybaby and stop sulking, and hopefully turns up this season instead of being Where's Wally. I mean, Chris, you wouldn't like to see me if I didn't get picked for a game, one of the biggest games of the season. I'd be raging.
Oh, thank God Diego is not starting for
Klopp would have got slapped in the face if that was me. If you sell Pogba and get Rice in, you have to play Donny. Yeah, I think most. Yeah, why not? I think most United fans would love to see a Rice Donny double pivot instead of McSauce and Fred.
Like Donny and bloody Bruno, that link up will be absolutely beautiful.
Wolf saying Arsenal gets wrong managers, they get the managers. Who gives a shit about managers? Arsenal is shit. Anyway.
No, Emery is a good manager. It's just the fact that he wasn't fucking gifted with players. Like he was actually given a 72 million flop. Like legit, he is a good manager. It's just the fact.
Don't disrespect a man who does crossbar challenge against Burnley.
Oh, cool. Like, honestly, who gives a shit, man? Look, he is a good manager. There's a reason why he's in the final of the Europa League, and Arsenal got booed out because of him.
Let's try and keep this relatively on topic. Arsenal an irrelevant club, and we're not talking about Arsenal today.
Can we talk about crap Liverpool's run?
Well, no, we're going to talk. I don't know if any of you have seen the banner, but it says transfer talks. We're talking transfers. It would be appreciated if we try and stick on topic. Velshwan, losing Kabak, not keeping him, keeping Adrian of all people. What do you make of that?
FSG can go suck my dick, you dusty youths. How you man keeping Adrian, the guy who cost us the Champions League against Atletico Madrid? Yeah, the guy who cost us the FA Cup against Chelsea. The guy who let 7-2 past him in a game.
Okay.
We scored 2 good goals against you. You can't say that.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean? The shot was straight at Adrian.
No, wasn't.
And he managed to make it go in top corner. Which goalkeeper? Name a goalkeeper that makes a shot that goes straight at him into top corner. Name a goalkeeper that does that.
Nah, Niall, cop on me, or I'll slap you, man. don't chat shit about the hair, man.
The hair is average, so.
No, wait. Who said that? No. Who said that? Who said that?
I did.
Did you think said it?
Okay. Sorry.
Wait.
One minute. Roberto, 1 minute. Everyone shut up. Roberto Firmino is Liverpool's captain today.
What's your opinion on that?
He did score 2 goals, so you got to give
2 goals against fucking Henderson.
Why?
There you go.
Why?
I thought Henderson was letting De Gea against your fans.
Dan, shush. 1 minute. Henderson. All right. Firmino can't speak English. I'm sure the coin toss is going to be brilliant.
Vámonos, amigos. Let's go.
That is mad. That is mad.
We're losing.
Did you know RJ's 92 subs off 10k for any giveaway when he hits it?
Something better than
Love
that.
it. Big up RJ. Keep Kelleher, sell
Yes,
Adrian.
keep Kelleher, way
keep them
better.
both, I think.
Nah,
Not having this Adrian slander.
He's shit, lads. He's
Matt
proper
saying,
shit.
Matt saying De Gea is average, but I want to talk Kabak. Velv, what do you make of Kabak leaving, not staying?
Why is he leaving where we have 10 injury-prone players or centre-backs at our club? We're getting an injury-prone centre-back, Konate. We got injury-prone Gomez, who's not very injury, but he's injury-prone. You got Matip, who is very, 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 very injury-prone. And we have Phillips, who is slow. We have Reece Williams, who is slow. Kabak is like our fastest centre-back.
Sounds like a you problem, mate. Sounds like a you problem.
Shut your mouth, fam. You walked into your team ahead of Liverpool.
Don't me. Honestly.
Right. Shh. We've Max. I don't know if Max is there. But Max does like a little bit of Liverpool. Don't know if he's there. I'll find out later. He is there. Max, what do you make of Kabak going, Adrian staying? What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, Adrian's has got a lot of hate recently because of him being partly at fault for getting knocked out by Atletico Madrid last year. Kabak leaving, yes, we have got lots of injury-prone players, but he hasn't been performing well too much. But it's 50-50, really, because I don't really know what to say with Kabak. But as Chris said, keep Kelleher and sell Adrian. I'd rather see that as well, because Kelleher's much younger. He's in the younger team that played against Arsenal when we drew 5-5 in the Cup. So I'd say keep him and sell Adrian. But Kabak, he has done well in some games, but it's just really a 50-50 on whether he wants to stay or we just want to sell him instead. I wouldn't mind if he went, but we've just got too many injured centre-backs at the minute. So I'd rather keep him for another season until Van Dijk gets better and Gomez gets better.
Well, you have to buy him, don't you?
Yeah, but he's only going to cost him, I think...
You said 8 to 16.
8 to 16 mil, if that, something like that. It's peanuts, really.
He's younger than Phillips, 3 years younger. And he's came from a team. He was relegated. He's relegated from Schalke. He's come to a team. He's not very good at English, and he's coming and he's done a good job. I don't know why fans expect him to have a Van Dijk or a Ruben Diaz effect. Like, what is wrong? He's not going to have the effect. He's played in a different system at Schalke.
You seem to be a bit angry. Are you angry?
Are you mad?
Why are you mad, Val? Why are you mad?
Because we're getting rid of Kabak and we're keeping Adrian. We're not selling injury-prone players like Matip, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita, who are shit. They're all fucking shit.
No.
Okay, not Matip, but Oxlade-Chamberlain is fucking shit. Why is he still at this
No.
club?
Naby is good. It's just the fact that he's so injury-prone and you don't even know how to use him properly. That's the thing. Because you keep using him.
RJ, I'll ask you this question then. So, if you had a injury-prone player, right?
Yeah, we do have one. Yes.
1 minute. If you basically had an injury-prone player that could only play basically, very good technically, potentially he is also shit. But if you had someone who was very good but couldn't play half the games because he was always injured, that isn't a world-class player, is it? Because he's unavailable for half your games.
I mean, look, we have Eric Bailly, who's practically the same caliber as Naby Keita. When I mean that, I mean they're always injured, and whenever we try and bring them back, we usually play them, they get injured again. That's what I mean. Do I sell them? I don't know. The thing is, can you get Naby Keita fit? That's the question. But if you can't, sell them. If you can, keep them and try and use them correctly. But
RJ,
yeah.
I don't know if you've heard this.
Here's the thing, RJ.
Bruno's out for a month.
Wait, what?
Nah, he's kidding. He's kidding.
Nah.
He's kidding.
You're getting kicked out, man. Anyway,
RJ, here's the thing with Naby Keita, yeah. In the back end of last season, when he was fully fit, he was our best player.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Scoring
That's
goals.
what I'm saying. But you know what he did this season? Do you know what he did this season? You overplayed him. He got injured, and then
We
you
haven't
used him
overplayed
like a
him
finite resource.
because he's not available the games we need him. He hasn't even started the game. He hasn't even played. When he's fit, he's played, and he's done pretty well. And then he gets injured for some reason. And I blame that all to our medical stuff because our medical team is shit.
It is human, mate, to get injured. Do you mean you're a professional footballer?
Not as many times as Naby Keita, that's for sure. Wolf saying why you now
Jack Wilshere.
He got injured on the plane, bro. I got injured on the plane. What is he having sex on the plane for? Is he getting injured during sex? What is he doing?
Wait, what?
Why is he getting injured on the plane then?
Shh. Thank you. Going through some comments here. Why are you mad, Velv? Kabak being good, just don't like people going over the top, calling him world class.
Sonny.
I never said he's world class.
He's a goat. Wolf saying facts, Chris, facts. Will we sign both Kabak and Konate? Well, according to the news, Klopp don't want Kabak.
That's the question, right? Will FSG pay for them? Because let's be real, they're the ones that
apparently isn't FSG. Apparently Jurgen Klopp doesn't want Kabak. So you have to question it.
Are you going to turn on him?
It's a heel turn.
You have to question if he's...
me and Klopp will have a nice chat after the game.
Good luck.
I'll make sure.
You just have to ask the question: is Jurgen Klopp good enough for Liverpool now? That I suppose.
And Valentine will probably say no. Like,
okay, hear me out.
Leaving 2024 to go to the Germany job.
Yeah,
he will 100%.
You need to build a team.
He doesn't want Kabak, but I'd rather at least half. Because otherwise, we're just going to have no centre backs, and it's just going to be Nat Phillips and all that at the back.
I mean, Kabak has been good enough to come in as a backup, surely. Chris saying, get rid of injury-prone players. We are Liverpool FC, not Liverpool Hospital FC. We need reliable players, not players whose knees are made out of Jenga blocks. Keita had 3 seasons. That's enough. I hear that. Keita's body can't handle playing football. It's not human to be injured every time. He has had 3 seasons being injured every time since 3 seasons at Liverpool. I do hear that. I mean, I understand the frustration that Liverpool fans have got, but RJ, you're a rival to Liverpool.
I am.
What are you sensing from this Kabak? Would you take Kabak at United as a backup if you were to sell like Twanzebe or something?
No. Partially because I don't watch Kabak enough to understand what he would bring to United. But for a Liverpool standpoint, no, I don't watch shit teams.
RJ, so
but you
watch United. You're 4 playing centre backs at United currently.
No, the thing that we need, right? I think if we get Varane, I think that's our centre back pair and sword next season, Maguire and Varane, right? Now have probably Lindelof for Maguire as a backup, and then buy for Varane, but never have if the 2 of them get injured, fire plan whatever the hell, just sign Ramos then at that rate to save the day. You mean, but no. What do you mean what?
So you rather get so many injury-prone players at your club? Okay, actually, you become the new Hospital FC. We'll give you one of our injury-prone players.
What? He's only mentioned Varane.
No, he said he wants to keep Bailly as well. He's injured.
Well, Bailly's just signed a new 3-year deal, so that's probably...
We can't get rid of Bailly. Who's going to buy Bailly, though?
The fact that he's just signed a new 3-year deal would suggest no one can buy Bailly because he ain't done it.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Listen to your
instead of Varane, though, I would go get Botman, but that's just personal preference.
I think. We could get Botman as well. It's only 20 million. Do you mean Dan James is 15? Oh my God! Literally 5 million. Like, shit, man. There's no difference. Literally.
Well, you ain't paying for Sancho. You can't even pay that extra 20 mil for Sancho.
No, they're getting.
No, but we're not paying 120 million euros for bloody Sancho. There's no way. He's not worth that. He's worth 75.
Maguire's worth 80 mil.
Maguire.
But
No,
he's about,
for about
he's
90 million.
He's
This is
about
what
80
Maguire
to
was.
90 million in that region. But if you
Maguire,
90 million
what Maguire
euros,
was, it was a
17
desperate
million.
signing. That's what Maguire was. We got injured, and we had to rely on Phil Jones to be on our centre back line. Now I don't know if you've ever watched Phil Jones.
Phil Jones is world class. What are you on about?
Look,
Okay,
Maguire,
listen. I know
Maguire,
he came out of
Maguire
Premier League
was
as your best
one minute,
centre back,
guys,
right?
guys.
But you know, he cop on.
Well, Maguire was a panic buy. That is quite clear. Wasn't even a panic buy. Ollie just walked up to a boardroom when I need a new centre back, and they were like, "We've got Maguire. Here's £80 million," and Ollie probably had a heart attack. Going, you just spent how much?
He's not the only one.
But no, look, Botman is a talent. Botman would do quite well with Maguire as well. But let's summarise it a little bit. Pogba. Let's go back to Pogba. Would you keep him or would you sell him?
It really depends. If he wants 400, if the fat man Riola wants 400k, he can shove that up and go back to Juve, right? That's first and foremost. If he goes back to his normal contract, yeah, let's do this. We can keep him for 1 or 2 seasons, sell him to another club. That's what we have to do. In that time, we'll have a center mid probably going up the ranks. He'll learn off Donny, and simple as that. We move forward. So based on reliability, I don't think we need to rely on Pogba next season, if I'm really honest, because we do have the talent. Our youth academy is blossoming at the moment. You know, obviously we have great talent up front and, you know, going in defense as well. So I do think if Pogba goes, you know, I won't shed a tear, but it means that we can get our dream signings in Sancho, Rice, Botman, Varane, whatever it may be. We can get the good summer that we deserve.
Yeah, I hear that. Velv, as a rival, what would you do in this situation? Imagine Salah wanted 400k a week. What would you do? Not Maguire. Yeah, Salah. Yeah. What are you doing?
It depends what he's done. In a sense, I feel like.
Well, no, the only context I'm giving you is he wants 400k a week. What do you do?
Like right now, what do you give to him?
Well, so excluding what he's done, just like 400k.
Yeah, he just wants 400k, but it's coming up to contract renewal. He says, "I want 400k." What do you do?
No, don't give.
Right. What about you, Max? Salah walks up to you, contract renewal day. I want 400k. Are you letting him have that, or are you trying to move him on?
I wouldn't accept 400k. If I could, I'd try and half it at least, because I'm not giving you 400k.
Our share is raining.
Get away. But the thing is, no, like I fully respect Salah as a player. He's done quite a lot for us as Liverpool. He's scored the goals, he's made the assists, he's got forward a lot.
Yeah,
I do want him to stay, but if he asks for 300k or more, then you're out the club, mate, and you're off to Barcelona.
He has to go.
Because apparently, he was going to. He's in transfer talks to Barcelona as well.
Also, I was only asking the Salah thing to put into a bit of context what you do. It's sort of the Pogba context, because you just know the Sun normally just trolls on YouTube trying to find stories because they have nothing better to do. And I'm not getting clipped up by the fucking Sun. We need Kabak and Kanate. As much as I love Phillips, attacking midfielder, another winger, striker. Don't see us signing all. Hopefully I'm wrong. If United had bought Maguire for Mourinho, he'd be a different animal.
I'd actually agree with that. The way that Mourinho would play, he'd play back. Maguire, that's what he loves. So imagine having a big defender with Jose. Like, he's going to love Chris Smalling next season with Roma. He's just going to love it because he's going to play him back and he's just going to say, you're not going forward, boy. You're going to stay right here.
Yeah, and there's more issues with Chris Smalling than I've ever seen in my life. But we're slowly wrapping up. I'm keeping these going for about an hour. Normally, they've been growing quite well. What do you guys do with all this news? So, Liverpool obviously, Kabak and Adrian and Pogba. Like, what's the future for these players? Like, are they gone? Are they staying? What do you think's going to happen to them?
I mean, Liverpool boys, you can give your opinion on that, and obviously, Daniel, you can give your opinion on the Liverpool lads.
Kabak is staying.
Can I?
And I'll make sure of that.
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, you're here.
I don't even know anything about Kabak, so I rarely watch Liverpool, so, you know.
Exactly. I don't know either. Genuinely, I've seen Adrian because obviously, it is Adrian and he does mess up Liverpool, and that's what we like to see. But
he's worse than Kepa.
You're blaming what he did against.
Obviously, no shit shirt. No, Kelleher is way better. Kelleher is way better.
No, Kepa is it?
He's not worse. Not worse than Kepa.
No, Kepa's all right. It's just the fact that your fans literally killed his confidence and like buried him 7 foot under. Like legit.
Chelsea fans killed his confidence. Break up with his girlfriend killed his confidence.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
What? That's what he said. That's what he said. I'm playing bad because of that.
Well, okay, then. Well, that's his fault for fucking, to quote that song. You can't make a certain thing out of a hole. Oh, fuck, never mind. Anyway, you know what I'm saying, lads. Genuinely, for Pogba, I say if he wants 400k, he knows where the door is. He went to Juve about 10 years ago. He can go back. Simple as that.
If Juve can afford him.
I'd say if they sell Ronaldo, they probably will.
Ronaldo's going to go cheap, though. That's the thing. Pogba's going to be like 50 million or 60.
I'd say 75. I'd say we get him for the way he's playing. And sponsorship.
I don't think no one paid that. That's the problem. If you left him for 15, then I think I'll see people paying that.
For a couple of years, then yeah.
Right, look, it's a tough one, but Max, what do you reckon is going to happen this summer? Do you reckon Kabak's now going to go? Do you think Adrian's staying? Like, what do you think will happen?
Well, in my opinion, I'd rather want him to stay. Obviously, he's probably going to try as hard as he can to probably stay, unless Klopp doesn't want him at all, and he says, no, you're definitely not staying. But it all relies on Klopp now, because I'm presuming he'll talk to his Kabak's agent, because I really don't want him to go this season, because we need him as a drop back, because VVD is not going to be back for another couple of months.
Well, you have a
start.
To take into consideration, he might not be the same Van Dijk as before.
He might not be as good as he was.
The chances are he probably will not go in for any more tackles that are going to impact him badly. You know what I mean?
He doesn't even tackle. He only does standing tackles.
That tackle from Pickford was absolutely horrendous. He didn't even get anything for it. It was just in telling off.
Yeah,
RJ thought it was a good tackle, but that's just.
I mean,
referees can get away a lot.
It was a clinical keeper tackle, Jimmy. You got to do what you got to do in order to win.
He went.
I wasn't messing.
Even though they both games.
No. To be fair, no. I'm sorry. The aftermath, though, your fans legit need a fucking. You need a little chill pill, because like he literally sent like fucking death threats to him. Like, I know it's like football and like you're passionate, but when you're sending death threats to someone who injured your best player, that is no, like legit.
Is it the same with Gerrard when he moved to Chelsea?
If you ever injure my player, I'm just gonna post you a potato.
Cool. No, like legit, like when I saw the death threats happening and he had to get like 24 hours security, I was just like, this is a bit too far. You guys need to cop the hell on, like.
Yeah, I agree. Our fans should have
went right under him and took him out.
Yeah, no, I think there's the FA should have.
You could get angry, but not like send death threats.
Exactly.
The FA absolutely should have got involved. Like the FA should suspended Pickford, giving him more of a harsher sort of sentence, sort of per se.
He didn't get anything, did he?
Yeah, no, he didn't. The FA should have stepped in, or the Premier League, or someone. But no one should ever be sending death threats, because that's just a bit mad. But in terms of Kabak,
there's some guy looking at me. Hang on, wait. Be right back.
Just-
I mean, yeah, obviously don't send death threats to someone because that's just rude and mean. But
Well,
like,
it's not just rude; it's fucking stupid as hell. Like, I
yeah,
mean,
exactly. But
RJ, it is still
obviously
rude.
don't
It's
send
rude.
death threats.
a lad,
Just-
like, apparently, if someone says death threat to me, yeah, they're rude to me. Not fucking.
Yeah, no,
And
RJ,
I'll
it
pull
is
on
rude.
and run away.
Like
Don't
Yeah.
come at me here. Cool. Oh, I'm back. What we doing?
RJ, it is technically rude to send someone a death threat. That's just fact. But
But
look,
not just rude.
I hear that, but I want to
Oh yeah,
I want to wrap up and
who's that guy that was hanging out with Virgil van Dijk? He's like, don't worry, VVD, I'll got your back, bro. I'll go.
look. I want to wrap
I
up.
got
So
the
I'm going to get everyone's final opinions
Rugby
on
mug.
these stories.
Okay.
But RJ, what's your final thoughts on Pogba and what's going on?
I like him as a player, but he's out of order. And he to quote a legend, it's time to go.
Well, Riola's out of order, not Pogba.
Well,
Yeah.
the two of
Yeah.
them, to be fair, but they're dumber and dumber. You know what I mean? When it comes to, they're always together.
That's just a bit
okay.
rude. That's very rude. But Valve, what's your final thoughts on the stories that we've discussed today?
Pay Pogba 400k, so they'll go broke. Then we can take Sancho.
Oh dear Christ! Do you actually think you're getting Sancho?
They ain't getting Sancho, no chance.
And what do you
Wait.
think about the Liverpool stories we've covered today?
Yeah.
FSG, go suck yourselves. Adrian, go suck yourself. Kabak, stay. Klopp, we need to have a chat after that West Brom game.
Lovely. Dan, what do you make of the stories we've covered today?
I think Mino Riola's a joker, asking for that much. And Liverpool and their
More
board
of a
are
joke.
horrible.
Yeah, now look, I hear that. And
Also, give them
Max,
400k a week, so I can get them.
yeah.
to leave me.
And Max, what's your final thoughts?
Well, Pogba's agent demanding 400,000 is an absolute madness. Obviously,
Yeah.
if he had to go, if he didn't stay at Man United because he's offering that amount of money, or his agent's offering that amount of money, I'd rather see him go to back to Juventus if they sell Ronaldo, or Ronaldo just quits in general, or I'd like to see him bugger off to Zidane and his merry mongs in Madrid.
No,
That's a good way of putting it. To be fair, good one.
that's a good way to end it. But look, we're going to end it there. Match reaction of West Brom versus Liverpool at 6:30. Then it's 9 p.m. We've got Swansea City. We're going to have a little look at Swansea City and what they have to offer and how we think they're going to handle the playoffs this week and next week, and if they will get to the playoff final in the Championship. Leagues 1 and Leagues 2 we may cover, but they'll probably be done as one big stream and not just one small stream. So that's what we're sort of planning for all of them. But please do leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It does help us out over here. It really, really does. Also, we all put in mega work, so it would really, really help us if you could subscribe. Although RJ does would if you want to send RJ potatoes, his address is Ireland. Just lob a potato to Ireland.
Yeah, on post we'll find a way to find me. You know what I mean? It's simple as that.
Yeah, you just put RJ. Just put RJ on the thing, and the postman will deliver the potato, which is great. RJ does love them. I told him
with a roasty. To be fair.
Well, I told you if you ever disrespect us again, how I'm going to make your mashed potato. So,
that's a violation, mate. I'm not taking that.
Well, you will do. But a big thanks to everyone watching. We'll be back at 6:30. But before we go, RJ, where can they find you?
You can find me in 1 hour's time at Charles Strong TV. We're doing the wrestling show. Do check it out. I'll be streaming myself at 6 p.m. as well. We need 10,000 subscribers. You can also find me on other, social media platforms. Is just my attribute. Sorry, that's really what I have. Yeah, thank you so much. And guys, let's get to 300 by the end of the month, lads.
Yeah, no, I hear that. And Velvet Schwan, where can they find you?
Oh, you can find me at VEL_skills on Twitter and Instagram.
Perfect. And Daniel, what about you?
Follow me on Twitter at CFC Daniel MGG. You'll see me on the Chelsea Show every Friday at 6 p.m. Also, subscribe to this channel, get them to 300 subscribers because they deserve it. Thank you.
100%. Max, where can they find you, mate?
You can find me at YouTube _MaxTigerHD on Twitter, MaxTigerHD official on Instagram. You can also find me on MaxTigerHD on TikTok and also MaxTigerHD on YouTube. And also get Let's Talk Premier League to 300. Thoroughly deserve it on here. It's just
cheers, mate.
We just got to have it. We've got to have it done.
Yeah,
we've got to have it done. It's now or never.
This is good. This is true.
It is now
or
very
never.
interesting now.
Boo, RJ, boo, boo, RJ, boo.
It's okay. Maybe RJ will do another one of his madness. You never know.
You can't boo
You never
RJ.
know. You never know with RJ.
I'll get my community after you, mate. You will survive.
I love you, RJ,
like
even though you support Man United.
He does like
I'm holding your house, mate. What are you gonna do?
RJ does like a madness once a month, and I normally just end up seeing the subs go up, and I'm like, oh, what's happened here? And then I just message RJ and like, have you done a madness?
Why is Peppa Pig in the chat?
Is Kabak going to stay at Liverpool? No, he is not. It would appear that he's not going to stay at Liverpool, but we're ending it there. A big thanks to everyone watching.
Jokes.
We'll be back at 6:30 with the match reactions West Brom Liverpool, 9 p.m. for Let's Meet the playoffs with Swansea City. So Swansea tonight. Tomorrow morning, looking at Barnsley. So should be a good one. But until then, thanks for watching. And until then.